Welcome back to the Scenery Farm. I haven't really shown you any of the sawmilling I do, so this is just me with my HD 36 V1 sawmill, which I've modded quite a lot, and I should show you that at some point, maybe in a video. This is just a cap cut on the log, and this is me just chatting with Patrick on what we're gonna do. That was the first 10 quarter cut. We're looking at it. We're looking at the pith placement, and we're just gonna flip it over here. And this is my cheapo homemade log turner. I've turned some pretty heavy logs with a cant hook, and I threw my back out once. So whenever it's of any size now, I don't do that. Just locking it in place. What we're doing is we're just doing the walnut log, and we were all just chatting about it. And what we're going to want is some quartered 1x6s for Patrick. He's going to, once it's dried out, the kids are going to resaw it and make instruments out of it. But we're going to take a couple cap cuts off it, so we have some rifts on 10 quarter. So up here, what you can see is that I have this. I mean, this is just a homemade version. You can buy the ones or whatever, but I've marked it so I have 10 quarter lines separated, and I want this tape measure here. It is calibrated or indexed to the top of the bunks on the saw. So the bottom of the blade as it cuts, if this red line here is at the 8 inches, I know I'm going to have an 8-inch cant left over. Yeah. So what I want is a 6-inch cant left over. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have 6 inches be the bunk that's left over that we're going to split in half and get the quartered 1x's out of. So I want one of these 10 quarter lines to be lined up to it. I could just slide this tape up and down. Yeah. So I, high quality calibrate it to there. And then for my first cut on this red line, that's going to be the first cap cut I can do, and it's probably too high. I'm probably just cutting through the bark right now. So I'll go one more, and that'll be my cap cut, and then I can get 2 or 3 rifts on 10 quarter pieces that I can then move towards making legs out of. Here's the cap cut. Take the bark and a little sapwood off. This is the first 10 quarter cut. And yeah, it's about as exciting as it is. Patrick's getting his first feel for using the saw. It's a manual saw, obviously, so you just kind of feel until the motor starts struggling. You back up a bit, and this is me and the rest of the guys there looking at, okay, are we going to hit those little bulgy outy bits in the side of the log? Andrew's using the machine here. Yeah, Patrick did a couple, and Andrew's doing some now. I think the blade is a little old, starting to get a little dull at this point, and I think we change it after Andrew finishes this cut. You can see the pith is pretty centered in the remaining part of the log on the deck there. This is us just flipping it over, because when we bring these the stops way down to the bottom there, it's easier to grab on at a height lower than 5 quarter, which is what we want to have left over, when the wider part of the log is or the cant is at the bottom and the narrower is at the top. We just decided we wanted 6 inches wide because that was going to be our choice, right? Yeah. But if I were going to go, okay, I want to leave a cant that will leave me an even number of evenly thicknessed boards. What I would do is I would go, okay, I'll put this here, and 6 3/8 is where the first cut would be, to have even boards all the way down. And then I would have left that, I would have started those cap cuts 3/8 of an inch higher. But you want neck stock, so serendipitously it works out. What we'll do is we'll start with leaving you like a 9 quarter board on the top, and you said that that piece you like is neck stock,
and that's less quartered as well, so that's good.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and then we'll end up with 3 fully quartered boards, and then we'll just cut them right along the pith afterwards
Yep.
because we don't have enough space between the top of the blade and the underside of this machine to
Guards.
actually do it. Actually, it's just the
it's
cowling.
machine itself.
Yeah, it's the cowling. I'm going to go with the cowling as a name.
Let's call it cowling.
Yeah.
And for the viewing audience, next stock he's referring to guitar parts, not human.
Oh, no, not even guitar parts. Ukulele parts.
Oh, ukulele, okay.
Mr. Collins
Howdy.
teaches grade what? It's high
It's
school.
high school, so grade 9 to
You're
12.
making
They
use.
9 to 12, and they're making ukuleles
Cool.
with some of this walnut.
Very nice.
Eventually.
In a couple of years.
Yeah. Once it's dry.
Is that your retirement year, Mr. Collins?
A couple ways to go.
So I lied a bit there. The top piece isn't 9/4, it's 7/4. So we get down to the 5/4 magnetic tape there. That's just white magnetic tape you buy on Amazon that I just cut to length and marked with a Sharpie and wrote on it. They're all sticking to the inside wall of the sawmill shed. This is the last cut for these 5/4 boards. I'm topping up the water, or lube coolant kind of dealio, and then I put a little blue dye in it so I can see the level because the water is kind of invisible. That's about all there is to show here. I hope you all take good care, and I'll see you next time.